Hey guys, Aaron Dorr here with Wyoming Gun Owners. Things are happening very fast here in Cheyenne, and we've heard a lot from you guys over the last couple of days about, where are things right now. There's emails coming out every day. There's text alerts every day. You kind of wanted an overview on where things stand. That's what this video is designed to do. I'm cutting this video on February 12. So Wednesday, February 12. This is the information as of this moment. First, I believe we have ended the threat posed by Senate File 12 for the year. Now, I want to say right off the bat, nothing is ever dead in this building until they have adjourned sine die for the rest of the year. So we're never out of the threat as long as we're in session, because bills that die in committee can be resurrected via an amendment on another bill. So we're never 100% out of the woods. But last week was a hearing in the Judiciary Committee, Senate side, on this bill, Senate File 12. This was the bill that was approved unanimously by the Joint Interim Judiciary Committee in November last year to create a new permanent protective order in Wyoming that would last for the rest of our life. And as we all know, these orders come with gun bans. And so this bill would have created a lifetime gun ban for all of us in Wyoming with no need to ever be charged with, let alone convicted of a crime. It was absolutely asinine, and it allowed for a civil hearing to result in the confiscation of our firearms for the rest of our days. Again, it passed the interim committee process unanimously last year, but then WIGO members got involved around January of this year. Actually, it was before session even began back in December. And so the bill was heard in committee last week, Senate Judiciary Committee. Only 3 members of the committee actually were there for the hearing. So we had John Kolb, Barry Crago, and Senator Crum. These are the 3 of the 5 members. Larry Hicks was not there, and neither was Chairman Jared Olson. But we heard the bill in committee. And what was interesting to me was who testified in support of this bill, because the bill didn't have a sponsor. It wasn't filed by a senator, for example. It was filed by the interim committee process. And so I was curious who was going to get up there and present the bill. And I got to tell you, I wasn't that surprised when I saw that it was the Attorney General's office. Bridget Hill's office was there to present the bill and make the case as to why you and I should be denied our gun rights for the rest of our lives with no criminal charges ever being filed in a court of law. Let's just not forget, Bridget Hill is the same Bridget Hill who came after WIGO a couple of years ago over that bogus campaign finance law violation. We sued them in court. We won everything. Case closed. We won. They paid for all of our legal fees. But now her office is at it again, this time attacking gun rights directly by advocating for Senate File 12. This is nasty stuff. If you're not a big fan of that, by all means, give the office a call. Give Bridget Hill's office a call and say, what are you doing advocating for legislation that is 100% in violation of our constitutional right to keep and bear arms? So she made the case for the bill. There was 2 other witnesses, I believe, on behalf of the bill. A WIGO member testified about how he was wronged by the current process, let alone making the current process a lifetime ban. I went and testified last as the only in-person opposition to the bill. And I made it very clear, WIGO members have been ruthless in the primaries. They will not like anybody who advocates for a bill like this. This bill is unconstitutional. There is no requirement for a criminal charge to be filed, let alone a conviction. And if you go after gun owners in this process, it's going to be very painful for people in the upcoming primaries. When it was done, the vice chairman, Barry Crago, looked around the rest of the members of the committee and he asked, what is your pleasure? What that means here in Cheyenne is they're waiting for somebody to make a motion to move the bill. So when they ask the question, someone says, I move Senate File 12. Somebody else says, I'm a second. They have a vote, and that's how it goes. In this case, nobody, not a single one of the senators present, made a motion to advance the bill. And the bill died then for lack of interest in the committee. I want to thank all the WIGO members who sent emails and made phone calls against SF-12. Again, there's no such thing as a bill being dead forever because the amendment process allows anything to be resurrected. But that was a strong showing. We appreciate all the folks who were there. And a big shout out to the WIGO member who testified remotely and first alerted us to this threat all the way back in November of last year. We appreciate all of you. That's good news. Great news, however, is that earlier this week on Monday, Senate File 196 passed out of the Senate for the final time. The vote was awesome. It was 29 yes, 1 no, and 1 senator was excused. So Kale Case was the no vote for those who are curious, and Senator Pappas was excused for other commitments. So 29-1, a resounding success in the Senate. There were no amendments offered on the floor. We shot all those down kind of behind closed doors. And yeah, it passes 29-1. For those who are new to this, Senate File 196 is WIGO's Second Amendment Preservation Act law, or SAPA as we call it. And it buttons up all of the holes in Wyoming's existing Second Amendment Preservation Act law. If we pass this bill as it stands today, we're going to have the best protections in Wyoming of any state in America the next time a Democrat president tries to order our cops to enforce federal gun control laws. It's a fantastic bill. We could not be more proud of this. And frankly, could not be more proud of the work that Vice President Tim Salazar put into the bill. Tim Salazar was our lead sponsor on this bill. Tim Salazar was a lead sponsor on Stand Your Ground law way back in 2018. He's an old war horse in the fight for gun rights. And we applaud him very much. Also, a shout out to Senate President Bo Biteman. Bo Biteman, he's a Senate president. He's a busy guy. And he decides at the last minute to come down in committee and testify in support of SAPA last week. Didn't have to do it. He made time for it. We sure appreciate that. And finally, Senator Tara Nethercott. I'll just be honest. We have been tough on her for a very long time for admittedly, fair reasons. But things have changed in Cheyenne over the last year and a half. Tara was a yes vote on SF 109 last year that banned red flags. She was a yes vote on HB 125 last year that would have repealed the deadly gun-free zones. She was a no vote on all the bad amendments that were offered last year, and she helped us a lot this year advance the bill almost unanimously, and we're happy to acknowledge her efforts on this bill as well. From here, the bill goes over to the House, and we're going to have to wait and see what happens. There is a lot of how do we phrase this? Intervarsity conflict right now, tension between the House and the Senate, not so much on this bill, just in general. But I have met with the Speaker of the House, talked to Chip Nyman. I told Chip Nyman, this is a great bill. It's good policy. It's good for the House. It's good for the Senate. It's good for WIGO members. Everyone agrees on this. Let's get this done. So I think we're in a good position on this, but we're not over till it's over. So do me a favor, hit the link below and send your email to your state rep telling him or her to vote yes on Senate File 196. But I want to be clear on this. It's not enough to vote yes on the bill. They also have to vote no on any amendments that would weaken the bill. We had this last year. We had Bob Nicholas. He ran 6 amendments on SF 109. 1 was okay. 5 were bad. We shot down the 5 bad ones. But that's the whole point. These guys will never stop trying to weaken pro-gun bills on their way out of the chamber. So the action item is a yes on SF 196 and a no on amendments that are designed to make the bill weaker or in some cases absolutely worthless altogether. So guys, that's where things are at right now. It's moving very quickly. Hit the link below. Like I said, take action and get involved in this fight at joinwygo.com. WIGO only operates on the donations of people like you. Gun owners like you who care about freedom and know that we're never able to sit in neutral when it comes to the fight for gun rights. We're either gaining ground or losing ground. I told you just days ago, we had to defeat a nasty gun control bill in committee. So WIGO is always needed, and we only operate with your support here in Cheyenne. Get involved today against joinwygo.com or the full website, wyominggunowners.org. More to come, guys. Share our video, take action. We'll keep you informed. Take care. Hey, guys, WIGO is fighting hard to expand Second Amendment freedom to make sure our children's children have a right to keep and bear arms. Get involved in this fight today. Number 1, sign up for text alerts from us. Number 2, follow us on X. And number 3, like and subscribe for more content.